Hey, I'm Gaio, the chivalrous chauvinist. Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast. Sucias are my favorite. Today's episode, I'm going to talk about the role of conflict resolution in a relationship and why it's important. Now, the reason conflict resolution is so important in relationships is so that you don't throw it away just because you got upset or didn't want to put up with something or didn't want to have a discussion that could have saved the relationship and saved the time that you invested in it. Some of the benefits of CR, because I don't feel like saying conflict resolution every time I want to talk about it. So for the rest of this episode, when I say CR, I'm talking about conflict resolution as opposed to celebrate recovery in a few other episodes or past episodes, because I haven't really talked about celebrate recovery in a while. Anyways, so some of the benefits of CR in a relationship is improving communication, strengthening your bond with each other, and promoting a sense of understanding and trust, which in turn will benefit you because that ends up being something like a positive feedback loop where more trust and more understanding makes you want to do more for your partner, which will in turn make them happy, which will make them in turn want to do more for you over and over and over again until you become one of those Disney relationships that are so saccharine and everybody's like, oh my God, and they get tired of seeing you together because you're so fucking cute, right? Not that that's not a goal or that it is a goal for anybody, but what I'm saying is you can have a healthy and strong relationship by having strong conflict resolution skills. Now, it doesn't really take a lot to have effective conflict resolution skills. It really just boils down to active listening, using I statements, and finding common ground. Now, with the I statement, it might be confusing because you might want to make everything about you. What I mean about I statements, myself statements, me statements, is what you feel or what you understand what's going on. And it's difficult because a lot of times when we're in our feelings, when we're upset, and in the moment, we talk about external things. We're not subjective about why we feel the way we do. We blame others. And so the me, I, myself statements are important so you understand what you're feeling, so your partner understands what you're feeling, and you're not assigning blame, which will put your partner on the defensive. It's also important to discuss early on when you will need to seek outside help. Now, not every relationship needs a counselor or a therapist to help them find the resolutions. A lot of times you can do it yourself unless you have a lot of baggage from past and you or your partner have been unwilling to kind of address those issues on their own or with their own therapist. But the point of this is to discuss the circumstances under which it might be helpful to seek outside help in resolving your conflicts in your relationship. For example, if certain conflicts or arguments or problems are recurring or they involve sensitive topics, such as he always leaves the toilet seat up, or I'll probably get flamed if I say something, but something a female does frequently that guys just put up with. I'll leave it at that. Or sensitive topics when discussing the family members of your partner. That seems to be a problem. More common one is having a family member that keeps borrowing money or a family member that's a drug addict and your partner wanting to help that family member because they're family. It's also important to have this discussion when you're not in the middle of an argument, but have it early on in the relationship so that if it comes up later, you can kind of, hey, remember when we talked about this? I think we need to get outside help. So that way it's not seen as an attack on your partner, but as a goal to have a better relationship and avoid future problems with your partner. And lastly, the most important part of CR in a relationship is forgiveness. Now, it is difficult to forgive because, I take that back, it is easy to forgive if you truly resolve the problem. And that's one way to know that you haven't resolved the issue, resolved the conflict, if you can't find yourself or can't get yourself to forgive your partner for whatever it is they did. Because not being able to forgive your partner means you hold some type of anger or resentment inside that can grow and fester into something bigger, and use that or use any other problem as an excuse to make the problems or other problems seem bigger than what they are, and ultimately end your relationship. So it's important to work on letting go of grudges so you can move forward and have a stronger relationship. And trust me, I know it's difficult to forgive. I've been the asshole that spent 11 years of my life seeking revenge against someone because I couldn't let something go. And in one sense, it feels good to say, yeah, I spent 11 years of my life making someone's life miserable. But at the same time, I spent 11 years of my life not doing something I would have wanted to do. Essentially, that's 11 years of my life wasted. That I could have done something to improve myself and probably gotten to where I was now, or where I am now, 11 years sooner. So, the 3 things to keep in mind to help strengthen your relationship with conflict resolution is having effective skills to solve the problems in your relationship, knowing when to seek outside help, and the importance of forgiveness. And lastly, forgiveness. I'm Gallo. I love you. You are worthy of it. Till next time, besos. Fuck, I forgot what I said. I think I should probably go to just full outlines instead of bullet points.